Hello beautiful souls. In today's video, we're going to see how to conquer our fear and live authentic and more meaningful life. On the past video, we've gone through a little self-discovery journey and we've tried to find our true self. We've tried to see the difference between our true self and the ego self, how the ego develops and how it manifests itself in our day-to-day life. We've seen the 4 P's that can help us to recognize in our day-to-day life whether we are operating from our ego or our true self. Also, in the past video, we've said ego keep us trapped by using fear as a weapon. If you didn't watch that video, I highly suggest you go ahead and watch it because you will understand this video more and benefit from it if you start from the base. So I will leave the link up there as well as in the description box below for you to go ahead and check it out. The ego is the illusional sense of self who always try to fix, achieve or control things. So in order for it to do this, it uses fear. There are 5 major fears that prevent us from embodying our true self and live authentically. The first one is fear of judgment. So this is a fear inside our head that sounds like if I try the things that I really like, people will laugh at me, or people will talk behind my back, or I'll be mocked or ridiculed. So when this kind of fear arises, we prevent ourselves from moving forward and do whatever makes us feel like fully ourselves. The second one is fear of rejection. So this could be asking raise on your career, or maybe there is a woman or a man that you secretly love, but if you tell them, they might will reject you. So we prevent ourselves from expressing ourselves or standing for ourselves because of the fear of rejection. The third one is fear of exclusion, and this is when you are afraid to speak your truth or following a different life path, because if you do so, maybe the society where you come from won't accept you. Your family won't accept you. Your friends won't accept you. And you fear you will be left alone. So you prevent yourself from speaking your truth or doing anything that you deeply believe is to be true. The fourth one is fear of failure. And this could be you want to start a new business, but because probably you have experience before you fail on something, your ego try to prevent you from failing again. Or it could be just because you don't know whether you will succeed or not, you're afraid to take a step and do the business that you want to do. The last one is fear of uncertainty, and this is a big one, and this comes from fear of losing something and trying to control everything. It's a feeling of if you don't hold everything so tightly, it all slip out of your hand. So fear of uncertainty prevent you from following your intuition, making any kind of decision in life. It could be leaving the job that you hate, or the marriage life, or even toxic friendship. Not knowing what will happen if you decide will keep you stay in the uncomfortable comfort zone. But think about it. What would your life look like if you don't have any of these fears? What would you do with the problem that you are facing in your life if you don't feel like you will be judged, if you don't feel like you will fail, if you don't feel like you will be rejected, if you don't feel like you will be excluded, or if you are not afraid of the unknown? What would your life look like? See the freedom? That's what it means embodying your true self and live authentically. It's being brave enough to experience life fully. But does that mean life is gonna be smooth and safe? Absolutely not. Life is yin and yang. We are here to experience both the dark and the light. So living authentically doesn't guarantee safety, but it allows you to experience life fully. And I think that's the beauty of it, right? the problem why our ego try to keep us from experiencing life fully is because we don't want to experience the other side. We only want to experience the good side of life, and that's impossible. So let's see with some examples the lies that we tell ourselves to stay in the uncomfortable comfort zone. So if we see this with the example, the job that you hate, ask yourself these questions. What lies am I telling myself? This could be, I like my job, when deeply you know you don't like it, but it's just because it gives you security. And ask, what am I pretending to not know? That's deep down, you know you need to make decision. What's the payoff for staying stuck? And this usually is security. And ask, what has the lie been costing me? And the answer is a better, satisfying life. What am I afraid will happen if I be true to myself? The answer is fear of uncertainty. You don't know what to expect. And the last question is, what right decision can I take today? And the answer is following your intuition and stepping into the unknown. So how can we eliminate our fear and live authentically? The first and most important step is knowing who truly you are. In general, you have to understand the biggest fear for the ego is death. So if you think about it, our fear starts like, if I take decision and I leave the job that I hate, I'll run out of money. If I run out of money, I'll end up on the street. If I end up on the street, I probably will die with hunger or extreme weather. You see, if you really see why we are afraid of any of the things, it's because at the end we think that will lead us death. And this fear can be eliminated by knowing who truly you are. In the past video, we already covered this. You are a spiritual being having a human experience. You are the pure awareness or consciousness, and you are never created or you will never be destroyed. So when you ask the question, who's gonna die? You probably leave this body, whatever status life that you have in this earth, but nothing about you is gonna die. You are only here to experience this life and return back to your true essence when it is the time for you to go back. So the more you come in peace with death, you become more confident and brave to experience life fully, because you know the last thing could be death, and death is nothing to be afraid of. And the second one is to be more mindful and start doing things more intentionally. Don't run with your subconscious programming. I know it's simple, but not easy, because almost 80% of the time in our day-to-day life, we are in autopilot mode. Our subconscious mind, depending on its programming, decide for ourselves. But if we want to eliminate our fears, we need to be more mindful. Pause and notice in each and every single decisions that you are trying to make. And know why you can't say what you want to say, or why you can't do what you want to do. Hear the voice within. What does it say? It probably is trying to protect you from something. And now you know that's the ego. And this time, instead of listening to your ego, try to listen to your heart and see. So practice speaking your truth and do things that align only with your deepest truths. The third thing that can help you to eliminate your fear, applying exposure therapy. Meaning every day you do something about the thing that you are frightened of. So it could be you have an amazing talent that the world should see it, but because of you're afraid of failure, you're not taking any step in making it happen. So the exposure therapy could be, if you are a singer, maybe you start singing for one of your friends. And when you feel comfortable with that, add few more friends. And the more you feel comfortable and confident, start singing for a little bigger group of people, and so on. I hope you find this video helpful. If this video adds any value whatsoever in your life, please make sure you give it a thumbs up, as well as share it to people who you think they would benefit from this message. And if you are interested in this kind of topics, consider subscribing to the channel, because I will be making more contents on raising our consciousness, know who truly we are, and live meaningful life. And if you like this video, you probably like this one. So go ahead and check it out, and I'll see you over there. Keep shining, beautiful souls.